Hello. Today I find myself procrastinating. Well, not exactly procrastinating, but almost paralyzed in fear. Well, let me start from the beginning. So, we finished our Kickstarter. Awesome. That was successful, and then I spent a lot of time just getting things ready. I cleaned my office. Well, I'll get to that later, but taking care of the things that I put off, for the Kickstarter because we didn't know the project would happen. And then, this week, I've been almost looking for things to do other than start on like the enemy encounters because basically, at least my approach to production is you want to work on the most important things first and prove that you can do them well. So the enemy interactions were sort of a big missing element from the demo. So I, have been planning, even last week when I was taking care of other stuff, that like I'm gonna start on the enemy interactions. And so I have yet to start on the enemy interactions. Uh, just been taking care of other things. Like I was saying, I cleaned my office, which needed to get done, but, well, yeah, that probably was not a bad thing. But I also did a bunch of shader optimization, so the game will run better on like Ouya and low-end PCs, which I think it should be like a huge speed boost, but it took some research, some experimentation, and we don't have the game running on Ouya yet. Well, soon the dev kits are, well, the dev kit to Dan is in the mail, and um, so yeah, I mean, these are things that are good things to do. It's not like I'm sitting here twiddling my thumbs, but it's like I really should be doing the enemy interaction, and I just haven't been. So I think it's important when you find yourself sort of hitting a barrier to look at it. And basically, I'm not doing it because I'm afraid. Because once you start, you have to deal with the failures because everything in video game development is about iteration. You try and you fail and you try and you fail. And every time you fail, you run into, well, it usually gives you new ideas of what else to try, how you can improve it. Definitely, this is something that I need to do, something that I want to work on. Uh, but I just haven't been able to bring myself to start it, and I think it's because basically in the back of my mind I'm worried that everything I try is going to fail, and I'll be out of ideas. Which I guess in this situation is not the worst thing because we're doing the Kickstarter, the early access, the alpha, so I can ask for suggestions, right? I'm not in this alone. But, I mean, in general, though, I've never ran out of ideas, ever. For anything, pretty much. And especially with video game development, because like I said before, every time you fail, you learn something new, and you bring this new experience to the table, and excuse me, you can make things better because of that. But even though I think I can nail this, I feel like my ideas are pretty good. It just will take the work and take some experimentation because it's so important to creating the game, having cool enemy interactions. I'm just terrified. It's not like I haven't programmed enemies. I programmed enemies for tons of games, but I don't know. I think it's to some extent irrational, and I think today I have some other stuff that I probably should take care of. But today I feel like I'm going to finally push myself to start, and I think once you start, it gets a lot easier. I mean, certainly I wasn't super looking forward to shader optimization. Well, okay, I probably was super looking forward to shader optimization just because I love that type of thing. But I really have to try and not do as much of that and focus on making the game